Hi, hola. Welcome back to Witches of the Moon. I'm the Humble Apprentice. I'm your Friday host. This is season 12, week 13, and this week's topic is the moon and its phases and how we use it in our practice. But first of all, I want to thank everybody that has been staying at home. All of your efforts are diminishing the strength of this pandemic. I also want to thank everyone that is trying to heal us and keeping us safe and feeding us and providing the food and support for all the people on the front line. Your efforts are greatly appreciated, and together we will get through this. I also want to apologize for any delay in uploading my videos. I will post them, but with everything that's going on, it's a little crazy right now, and I may be a little late in uploading my videos, but you will always get my videos. I am recovering from what appears to have just been a cold, but I think with the added stress of overtime and having to work, because a lot of people have been away from work, it's taken its toll. So my apologies for all that, but now let's get into the moon phases. The way that I feel the energy of the moon and the phases of the moon, for me it feels like the energy of the ocean. I associate it with the ebb and flow of the waves. What I like to start at the new moon are usually workings that are going to take a few days. I like to time, for example, my kifi or incense that I'm going to work for a few days and blend for a few days. I make my kifi or kapet incense for a period of 11 days. So I go to the day of the full moon and I count back, and I start my liquids on the 11th day prior to the full moon, and then all the other ones I will blend and make sure that I finish the incense on the day of the full moon so that I can put the incense out on my ritual table on the full moon and charge it and let it sit overnight and absorb the energy of the full moon. Other things to do during the new moon is to think of new concepts and new ideas, and also you can also do tarot readings to see what the energies are bringing at this time. So as the moon progresses, as it grows fuller, it feels like it's gaining momentum. It has more energy, more power. So for the 2 or 3 days before the full moon, that's when I do working. I start to make oils and lotions and tinctures that have to do with bringing things in and filling with energy and like love or friendship or abundance, prosperity. So anything to do with growth, even up to the full moon. Although sometimes the full moon is very, very filled with energy, and it's distracting a little bit for me. I'd focus the day of the full moon on maybe a tarot reading, and then ritual. During ritual, I really try to open my heart and just try to connect with the moon and draw the energy of the moon into my energy, into my body and my mind and my spirit. Then after the full moon, as it starts to wane, that for me is for releasing. And the closer it is to the full moon, the softer the energy is, the softer the pull. The closer the timing is to the full moon, the more gentle the release is. So if you want to build momentum for transformation and release, you can start it closer to the full moon and then continue the working into, or the waning phase of the moon. The closer it is to the dark moon, the stronger the pull away, the transformation or the release energy or the removal energy. That's how I use the waning energy. And then that takes us into the dark moon. The dark moon phase for me is a good time to do shadow work and also to discover things or find things out that you want to. It is a good time to also do a tarot reading, divination, of scrying, and discover things about myself or things that are hidden from me. And then that takes us into the new moon again. A time for rebirth, renewal, starting new projects, new workings. For me, the ebb and flow is just a way of connecting with the energy, the pull and push, the push and pull of the moon as it affects the way the energy moves around us. So just change the way you're going to do the working, and match it. Try to match it with the phase or the energy that's surrounding you at the time when you're going to create your spell, or you're going to create your incense, or make the potion, brew the potion. I don't think that we've discussed this, is the void of course aspect of the moon. And it's not for the entire day, it's just a few hours in the day where it's not a phase that the moon is in, but rather it is because it is between astrological signs. So it is not necessarily in a sign, it is but between the signs. So let's say it's moving from Scorpio to Sagittarius, but it's right in between the two. That is when it's void of course. And that is the only time when I avoid or try to avoid doing any rituals or spells or workings. So there is an app for that that tells you when the moon is void of course. You can check it out for yourself. So I know that that's not exactly a phase that the moon is in, but it is an aspect that affects the energy of the moon. The more you pay attention to how where the moon is and what phase it's in, the easier it is to feel the energy of the moon. Just never feel like you can't do working. You can always do the working. You just may need to change the way you see or how you word your spell, or whether you're going to be using the energy of attraction or the ebbing, the removal, the energy of transformation and pushing away something from you. Thank you for watching. I hope that you are well. I hope that you stay safe. I send you my love. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend, and blessed be.